So with me here today is Karen Cherono, the CEO of AgroMind AI. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so today we are talking about AI for Africa. Every week we'll explore how artificial intelligence is transforming African agriculture, one farmer at a time. Today we are asking a big question: how AI help feed Africa?
Can AI help feed Africa? Yeah, partly what is going to help feed Africa, part of it is AI. Africa population is increasing and it is expected to really increase in the next decades. And as the population is increasing, there's a lot of urbanization happening. Most young people are leaving agriculture to other fields, and the lands are also getting smaller. So even as we have limited resources, it is expected that we produce more with the limited resources that we have. And that is where technology really come in helping now to maximize our outputs. You know, we should not have more losses. The way we use, it has been said that most of the produce in Africa that we are producing, 40% of the produce, we lose actually up to 40% of the produce. So it is expected that as for it to feed the growing population with the limited land that is now expected and the limited people in the agriculture, we need to reduce these losses. And one way of reducing the losses in agriculture is now employing the technology. Yeah, so I think it is part of the things that is going to help feed Africa.
Thank you for that. Climate change is already here. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, climate change, it is not even something that we are now talking like it is going to happen in the future. It is actually here. It is here with us. There's a lot of changes when it comes to climate, like the planting season that the farmers traditionally used to know. I remember when we were growing up, people used to know at this time of the year, this is exactly when you need to plant your crops, this is when you need to weed, this is when you need to harvest, and all that. But now it has completely changed. So if farmers are expected to plant when they were supposed to plant from the time, a long time ago, they will not get any produce. There has been very serious shift in climate. So the AI actually is coming, in this field is coming in handy because it is able to predict and also tell farmers when they are now supposed to plant, when they are now supposed to weed their crops, when even they are supposed to irrigate if it is going to rain, when they are supposed to harvest. So it is really coming in handy. Like our AgroMind AI, this is actually what of our services that we offer, helping the farmers predict to them the weather forecast. Actually, we give right now up to 16 days, so it is giving them 16-day weather forecast. For that period, the farmers can actually be able to plan themselves on when to plant, when to harvest, when to irrigate their farms and all that. Yes. So climate change is real, and we need tools to help the farmers actually to organize themselves.
Thank you so much for that. Now let's talk about pests and diseases. Pest outbreaks are becoming more dangerous. How is AI going to tackle this issue?
Yeah, because of climate change changes of climate, there has been an outbreak of the pests, and also the pests that the farmers even do not know how to manage. You know, the traditional pests that the farmers used to have in their crops, it has now evolved into other things that they might not even be able to manage it, or they do not know how to manage it. And not just pests, but also the diseases. So AI is actually helping. AI is actually big in this field of pests and disease diagnosis, where the farmers can just take a photo of their ailing crop and be given information on what to do, and not just information on the pesticide that they need to spray on their crops, but majorly what AI recommends, or our AI recommends, is actually the organic way of managing these pests and diseases, where it gives information to farmers, maybe to cut off some leaves of the ailing plant, or maybe to apply ashes and all that, some things like that, or even maybe sometimes to tell them it is not even just about applying or removing crops, maybe in the type of soil the farmer has is not even fit for that crop. So it gives them advice on what to do, on to manage those such losses. And when it gives them such information, it actually reduces the losses that the farmers are now getting. You know, initially, a farmer would actually just wait for an agricultural extension officer to visit their farms, their ailing farms, so that they can be able to diagnose for them what the crop is ailing from. So at the moment, they can just take a photo and be given information. I remember even a scenario. In fact, what actually led us in developing or doing this AI, AgroMind AI, is I saw practically what farmers went through. There was an outbreak with what you call maize lethal necrosis in the region where I come from, and farmers lost their crops. When I say farmers, I mean villagers and the surrounding villages, like a whole division. And when I say a whole division, I mean people like 20,000 farmers who had planted the maize actually lost their crops. And then because they did not get that information at the right time, and they experienced that in the next season again, they prepared their lands, planted again the same crop in the same lands, and what happened? They also lost the same. So imagine experiencing losses twice. Children even could not go to school. People could not even put food on their table. So it was really chaotic, because I can't remember the number of Harambees or GoFundMe pages that we had in the villages. It was really bad. And when AI came up, we decided now, oh, this is something good now that can help the farmers to really diagnose for themselves, so that they cannot be waiting for an extension officer to come and tell them what the crop is ailing or is ailing from. And yeah, that is actually what happened, and it is really helping right now, and farmers appreciate this application.
Okay, that's amazing. Food security is about more than producing food. What's your take about this?
Yeah, food security is actually more than producing food. It is actually now having this food reach the intended people. Farmers can be producing, because in other areas they might be producing a lot of cabbages, let's say a lot of tomatoes, and if these things are not taken or transported to the people who need them, because you'll find in one area farmers are producing more of a certain type of food, and another area is also producing more. So we need a very good infrastructure, especially when it comes to transportation, and another thing also in provision of market, so that farmers can know their produce are needed in this specific location. Also, because food security is more than just producing food, but also nutrition. Now the exchanging over the farm produce, because an area can be good with fruits, another area can be good in maize. So that exchange. In fact, here in Kenya we have maybe the Cumberland producing a lot of fruits, and now in other areas like in Rift Valley maybe they are producing like maize. So when that exchange happens, now that is now what we can call food security, because both sections will benefit with food from other regions. Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. Why extension officers cannot do it alone?
Extension officers cannot do it alone. One, in Kenya right now, extension officer service is very limited. They serve maybe one extension service to more than actually 5,000 farmers within a geographical location. So you can imagine the number of days it will take them to reach a farmer that needs them. So that is why AI is really important to really help these extension officers to serve farmers at a given location. And I have seen people saying this AI is going to replace the farmers. They know the extension officers. No, it is not actually going to replace the extension officers, because you still need the human guidance on farming, and also these extension officers are also helping the farmers, guiding them on how now to use the technology that is being provided. So yeah, we still need these extension officers, and And also the extension officers also will help in, or will benefit in this AI, in that they will be able to provide more accurate information to the farmers, as it is guiding the extension officers to provide even more accurate information. And as we grow, even as we put more data in the AI, it is even more becoming more intelligent. And we need this data. The data that is like a farmer uploading data, how it looks like in the African context. Yeah. So as we go along, as we produce more, as we upload more images to the AI, it is even getting more smarter, and it is going to help both the farmer and the extension officers in giving farmers this service. Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of our episode today. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.